Hey everybody, NaMo here. Wanted to just go ahead and get this done. Literally just finished mowing. I haven't even gotten to sit down and drink my water yet. So I'm a little bit sweaty, a little bit out of breath. But I sit down, get a drink of water, take a rest for a minute, and then start weed eating. After I'm weed eating, I'm going and meeting my dad at Lowe's. We're picking up 10 bags of Quikrete and one more stringer for the steps. See, with the steps having 4 stringers, these hangers are set at 21 inches on center. So there's 21 inches. Well, there's 20 and a half, 20 and 3/4, something like that, in between these stringers. And I've got, these are just little bits, but these 1x6 deck boards like we have up here, I'm going to be using them as the steps. And they are pretty flexible. And you can see here, there's nails here, nails here. That's about 16 inches, which is code for joists. So it's a little bit too wide, in my opinion. I would probably hold up, but still, for safety and longevity, I've got a 5th hanger over there, but I need to pick up another stringer. And by my measurements, we'll be putting these stringers on 15 and 13/16 of an inch on center. So it's close enough to 16 in between each joist. So there's going to be 3 stringers here, and then the deck boards. The biggest challenge going to be today is digging the hole out for the basin. We got to remove all that dirt like I talked about last time, and then we're pouring the 10 bags of Quikrete. I'm hoping 10 is enough, because it took 9 right there, 9 to put in that, extra foot or so of that pad. So I'm hoping 10 is going to be enough. We'll see though. We'll get it boxed up, poured, leveled out and everything, because I could leave dirt underneath, but I don't feel like crawling under there every now and then to pull weeds and stuff. So I'd rather just put down concrete and not have to worry about it. So excuse me. So we're going to go get those 10 bags. We're going to get that 5th stringer. We're going to remove those hangers and put them in the right spots. This corner here is off by an inch, so it's not square. I've got the mark right here, so the edge of this needs to come over here, which that's not that hard to do. I might have to dig out this hole just a little bit more, but it is not square, and that's gonna make this front board, this face board, a little bit too long. Also realized, because I couldn't find an extra 2x6 to go on the front, it's gonna be a little bit too low, and I don't want to just pluck it down into the concrete or use it as the box, the base for the concrete. So kind of regretting using the 2x6 up on the top, because I need it in the front, and I need that 2x8 up on the top. I really don't want to take everything apart completely and switch them out, because that's just going to be a nightmare. We might be able to do that, but still, it's gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes and what we do. I'm gonna take a rest. I'm gonna get some weed eating done, and then I'm gonna go meet my dad. We've got a lot going on today. We've got 2 kids coming over to spend the night, and then we've got D&D tonight, and we have 2 kids in the house that have the flu. One of them has had it long enough he's no longer contagious, but the other one just got diagnosed yesterday. But he had his flu shot, so they're like, yeah, he should be able to go back to school on Monday. So I've warned the D&D group, but it's up in the air what we're going to be doing. They suggested playing around the campfire, or the fire pit. So we might do that, but I'd have to string those party lights up again, because once it gets dark out here, that fire don't light up much. So we'll see. It's also supposed to rain tonight. So yeah, there you go. There's the update. So I need to get to it because there's a lot to do today. I also wanted to point this out before I forget it, because I will forget it and I won't mention it. I did an experiment this week. I turned the water hose on while these were covered, because this does have a seal around the edge, so they are airtight. But I turned the water hose on to see how the flow was, because I do have these little vents right here, and I've always complained about the water pressure of the hose not being as much as I was expecting, and it wasn't. So I turned the hose off and then came and undid these tops, left both of them off, and turned on the water, and it came out significantly faster. Not normal house water pressure, but better, a lot better. So these little vent holes that I drilled were not big enough to counteract the vacuum pressure that it makes when you open the valve. So I've got to start unscrewing those lids and leaving them off when I go to water stuff. And I got to start remembering that, because it's just easier to grab the water hose and water than it is to come up and unscrew them, grab the water hose, water, and then screw them back on. So I'm just not used to it. I gotta remember it. But yeah, that was an interesting little factoid I found out this week. Alright, so here's where we're at now. We poured all 10 bags of the concrete, and it wasn't going to be enough. So we had to put a lot of the rock that I dug up down below it, some of these big ones in it. This is how I'm wanting to do the sidewalk going down there, just to have, because I got a ton of these massive rocks. Just put them in the middle, make it a little bit more decorative. So that's the first trial, but that's also 2 rocks I was going to use that now we had to use. So next thing is cutting the deck boards to run as the steps. So we'll be doing that next, and then we'll be close to done. Measure the proper height for these, get them cut off so they're not just standing up here. And handrails will probably have to come later, just not today. It's done. So yeah, finished it. It's somewhere close to 4 o'clock. And it took us a good little bit, but we did it. And I'm happy with it. Dogs are very confused, because I've torn up the old steps, and they just keep jumping off the porch right there and jumping back up it. They only use the steps when we told them, hey, there's steps, and shown them they can use them. But they are going to take a little bit of getting used to for all of us. It feels weird walking out the front door and then walking immediately down the steps instead of turning and going sideways and wrapping around. Still got a few little things I need to pick up, like these boards and stuff. Other than that, that's it. I want to thank my dad for his help. I've already done it in person, but I want to thank him again, because this would have taken a lot longer without him. And I'm really happy with it. So it's all looking good. Everything's, I like it. I like it a lot. We did get some handrails put on it. I'm not going to dress them up like the front of the deck just now. We'll do that some other time. Probably next week, honestly. Get everything cleaned up, looking nice. And yeah, finish this off. Get the stringers and stuff on it. I wore out. Need to get that pile of dirt and stuff taken care of. So we did build forms for the concrete. So those will need to come up next Saturday. Need to break those up and then bury everything, level everything off. Get those concrete half stones like that. I buried it by accident. Once that form's pulled up and all that's leveled off, we start building a retaining wall with those concrete bricks. I need to put a string line on these railroad ties from the end of I'm pointing where I'm looking. From the end of the steps all the way down so I can get them pulled this way and lined up correctly. And that way I can actually start throwing dirt in that flower bed and planting something this year, maybe. I do want to start on the deck this year, but if we get all this taken care of, I might not even worry about the deck until next year. I don't know. We'll have to see, because the deck is going to be a very big undertaking. I'll have to have electric out here, electricians, take care of that plug, lower it, put it where it needs to go, probably put it correctly in code, because the previous owner put that in himself and it's kind of janky. So I don't think I did the whole like, share, and subscribe thing to begin with this morning. So if you like this video, if you enjoy this video, like, share, and comment down below. It's been a while since any of you have commented on any of these vlogs, and I really enjoyed it when you did. I would, respond to you and answer questions and stuff that you had. So if you have any questions, have any concerns, compliments, or just comments about, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that, something I might not have thought about for how I'm gonna finish up the front of the house. Any kind of suggestions you have, throw them down there too. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My handles are at the end of the video in the outro. My links are in the description. The Discord that I created is still dead, so join that, stoke some life into it, and yeah, jump on there so I can chat with you and answer questions, concerns, compliments, suggestions, stuff like that. Just hang out with you and have a good time. So yeah, join there. And I think I'm gonna leave off here because I really need to get a shower here soon, and kind of need to clean up a little bit more. All this stuff just kind of laying around, but yeah, need to take care of this stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching.